Hey, you sexy bitch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, grandmothers and grandfathers, the one and only Dave Chappelle is back. The one and only Dave Chappelle is back. Comedy icon makes his long-awaited return to the screen and to the stage. Dave Chappelle now has a Netflix original stand-up comedy special with new, mature, raunchy, contemptuous, and always, some real compelling material. On November 12, 2016, Dave Chappelle hosted season 42, episode 6 of the late-night comedy sketch show Saturday Night Live. That episode is literally the best Saturday Night Live episode I've seen in a very, very long time. You had the controversy, the emotion, the comedy, the music, the special guest appearances. It was civil, and you had the comeback of Mr. Dave Chappelle. For those who do not know Chappelle, I'm going to tell you why he is a comedy icon, why he is one of the best. Do you know why? That's right. But I'm also going to tell you this. It is because he is raunchy. He can feed off a crowd. He is very experienced in comedy. He is random, and it helps that he is really, really funny. In 2003, Dave Chappelle became more widely known with his comedy show, The Chappelle Show. The show continues to show rerun episodes all around the world, all around the globe, on various platforms to this day. According to Comedy Central and Wikipedia, in 2009, Comedy Central ranked him number 43 in the 100 greatest stand-up comedians of all time. Cat Williams has called Chappelle the greatest comedian living today. Also, Kevin Hart from Ride Along and Central Intelligence, everyone knows Kevin Hart now, has called Dave Chappelle the greatest comedian of all time. 2 years within the Chappelle Show, Chappelle was reaching the highest success in his whole comedy career. Chappelle walked away from the industry pretty much. In various interviews, he stated the show was, honestly, he said it was ruining his life. And he said he hated working 20 hours a day. He even walked away from a $50 million contract to come back to the show. But throughout the year, Chappelle was around, but kept very much on the down low. That was until he hosted Saturday Night Live on November 12, 2016. Now, Chappelle follows a line of comedians that have all gotten Netflix stand-up specials, such as Cedric the Entertainer, Mike Epps, Aziz Ansari, Jimmy Carr, Ali Wong, Patton Oswalt, and a whole bunch more. And this deals with actually a more mature Dave Chappelle, if you can believe that. Coming into this thinking you're getting the old Dave Chappelle that says, "I'm Rick James, bitch," or him as Little John and Prince, or as everyone's favorite crackhead Tyrone Biggums. You're not getting that here. What you are getting is a much more mature Dave Chappelle that has grown and discusses more of his everyday life. That's right, Dave Chappelle grew up, if you can believe that. He discusses politics, sex, scandals, race issues, kids, the education system, marriage, and all that good stuff. The stand-up special is actually 2 parts. The first part is titled The Age of Spin, live at the Hollywood Palladium. The second part is titled Deep in the Heart of Texas, Dave Chappelle Live at Austin City Limits. Fans online have been debating which special is better. This is just my opinion, but I believe they are both well done. However, I do believe the first special is better. I personally enjoyed The Age of Spin live at the Hollywood Palladium, more for a variety of reasons actually. It really does feel like he is actually talking to the audience. He hasn't performed in LA in 10 years. And it's really mature, it's funny, and you can truly feel like this is his big comeback. And it's almost like he has grown so much as a comedian. That doesn't mean it's a perfect stand-up special, because in my opinion, it isn't. One of the biggest issues I have are the topics of current events. I wish there were more recent news topics Chappelle discussed in his special. For example, he could have made jokes and or statements about Donald Trump, Obama leaving office, movies, trends, television shows, like when he played Negan from Walking Dead on SNL, Saturday Night Live, social media, and the entertainment industry then versus the entertainment industry now. Talking about Bill Cosby and O.J. Simpson now feels just a little dated in my opinion. Even though the jokes are funny, and believe me, they are funny, just more fresher topics could have been used. I appreciate him taking a serious topic and then adding light-hearted and honestly a funny message behind it. The first special is, how can I put this, stupid funny. He tells a joke about every time he has met O.J. Simpson, and each one of them is hilarious, but really stupid. For instance, this isn't a spoiler, but it involves Dave Chappelle and O.J.'s wife. Chappelle reenacts when he met O.J.'s wife, and he says, "Woman, are you trying to get us both killed?" Furthermore, he literally opens the show telling the crowd, you all better be a real tough crowd. I'm going to say some stuff, so don't get all mad. So if you are someone who is easily offended, this is not for you. On the other hand, if you are someone who has thick skin and can take race jokes, sex jokes, and profanity, then by all means, enjoy. First detail I noticed about the second half of the special, deep in the heart of Texas, Dave Chappelle live at Austin City Limits, was the size of the crowd. I don't know if it was the camera work, but the theater was packed beyond belief. Every chair had a butt. Every chair from the front row all the way up to the cheap seats, way on top, was just filled. Even though the second half is good, I was a little let down by this one. For all those individuals who want the old Dave Chappelle stand-up routine, and not so much the matured version, then the second half is for you. What I mainly enjoyed about this half of the Chappelle special is him discussing more of his private life. For example, his young son getting into a fight with the girl. Chappelle mentions how he took a bite out of his son's school lunch and then put it back in the bag so his son wouldn't notice. His son then thought it was a girl in his class and ended up, with the, son slapping the little girl. This isn't the first father dilemma Chappelle discusses. Also, Chappelle discusses his marriage. He has been married since the year 2001, and he talks about and makes jokes about long marriages and relationships. I was cracking up laughing when he mentions when his wife leaves the house, he likes to get naked, jerk off, and eat cereal in the living room. That's what I mean when I say you're getting more of the old school Dave Chappelle on this second half of the stand-up special. In my opinion, this had too many sex jokes and gay jokes. It started out funny, but then I was ready for him to move on to the next subject and on to the next topic. So overall, these are my final thoughts on Dave Chappelle's stand-up Netflix special. Netflix announced these aren't the only two specials we're getting. There are a lot more coming, I believe, towards the end of the year. And I say bring it on. Chappelle is more than Rick James, bitch. He is funny, he has improved, he has matured, he is a comedy king. And like Comedy Central has stated, I do believe he is one of the greatest comedians of all time. I believe this stand-up special earns an 8 out of 10. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have an amazing day, as always. Now, if you'll excuse me, much like Dave Chappelle, I need to get my bowl of cereal and head on into the living room. I'm in the living room.